Yo, welcome to Season 6. As you know, in each season we've had since Season 3, I've done some additions to the game to spice it up. This season, instead of just adding the most basic data packs and finding stuff on my own, I've actually learned how to mod. So this season, just a video of me in a creative world just showing you stuff won't cut it anymore. But you might ask, how did we get to this point? Well, if you remember, months ago I did make you guys fill out a pretty large form. Now, one of the biggest takeaways from that form was that a lot of you guys feel pretty lost when playing this game, and that you're bad at setting goals for yourself, which is fine. Another issue that I found was that diamonds actually inflate pretty fast now, and that makes the shopping district pretty hard to get going, aside from some other problems with it. So, how will I fix these issues? Well, let's get started with our first few custom mods. In this season, we will add 3 new items in the game called the Seva currencies. There is the Seva shard, which is the most basic form of currency. Combine 9 and you get a Seva crystal. Combine 9 of those and you will get a Seva gem.
But what will you use these new items for?
At the start of the server, there will be a world border, and the Nether and the End will be locked off. You will have to unlock these dimensions by depositing Seva currency into the main milestones.
How will we get our hands on these Seva currencies?
Every week, there will be missions. They will vary in difficulty and in their rewards, but most of them will require you to interact with other players, to the point that the harder missions will actually require you to have witnesses present to actually finish them. Some missions will just require you to light a cave, some will make you build a beacon, some will make you kill a player with an anvil, and some will make you do a raid in the end. Players who are working on large communal projects can also create missions. For example, a player working on the Nether highway can create a mission to mine the North Tunnel, and the reward will not come out of your pocket, but it will be given by the server itself. Of course, the missions will be reviewed by an overseer.
I don't like you.
Huh, what?
I don't like your responsibility as an admin tying the role of the overseer onto your role as a player.
Oh, yeah, that's true. If at any point the server comes together and chooses a player or a group of players to be the person overseeing the missions, I'm down to become their secretary to make it happen. It could be another presidential election. It could be a player being selected king. Or hell, it could be even someone building a magic 8-ball with redstone that decides everything. As long as most of the servers agree that it is a valid way to rule the server, it is a valid way to rule the server. I hope that the mission system and the new currencies helps people who work on big projects to finish their big projects, and the players who struggle with motivation to find stuff to do. But beyond these mechanics, what else is there? Well, we're just getting started.
You are strong. You are the master. Leave your village. Take the Seva pill. Divorce. Lawyer up. Hit the gym. Take the Seva pill. Leave your village. Become a wandering trader. Take the Seva pill. You are strong. You deserve this. Take the Seva pill.
Aside from the milestones that will unlock you new dimensions, we also have some side milestones that will unlock some mods that will help you. With more tools, you can get tools that mine tree by tree, or axes that timber. With the gliders, you can have an early game alternative to Elytra, so that you can glide to your heart's content, but not as well as the Elytra. Then, to top it off, with the brewery mod, you can brew, age, and drink some alcoholic and some non-alcoholic beverages. Each of them has its own recipe and its own conditions to age them in, and the better you age them, the better the drinks can be. Try to get yourself a level 5 drink.
Have you ever had trouble with that? Has this ever happened to you? After getting your elytra, you have tried to go down the ship, so you just jump down, But then you realized you actually shift-clicked your elytra. So it is in your inventory now. So you fall into the void and die and lose all your items. And when you respawn, you go to get your spare items. You learned that Hiji has borrowed your gear and then logged out 9 months ago with them. So now you have to go to the shops, but some lunatic has swapped out every ender chest in the world with fletching tables in protest. So now you don't have access to your money, so you walk all the way to the end portal to get ender eyes. But when you get there, there's two flowers who are just scrounging around and you wait in line. And then the blue one comes up to you and says, "My friend, he's falling into the void, you gotta help him." And then when you run in, he just flies back up, so he wasn't actually having any problems and they just wanted to prank you. And then you try to kill an enderman that is standing in the mob grinder, but as you go, they both attack you and go, "You are not a part of the flower boys. As long as we're around, there will be no murders except by us." So you just go back to your old AFK in your basalt farm, and then the very next day you go back there, but then the enderman looks shorter and they don't drop XP? Did they shrink the enderman? That is not possible, right? And then you check the Discord and see an announcement that the Flower Boys have bought the server and replaced all the hostile mobs with children versions that don't drop XP? Has this ever happened to you? If any of this has or hasn't happened to you, you might be entitled to lenient death. This season, when you die, you will only lose the resources you have, but your tools, weapons, and armor, instead of dropping, will lose 20% of their durabilities instead.
Good morning, everybody. As your god of villager trading, I have an announcement to make. Due to a small incident regarding a TNT duper, thousands of blocks of melons ready to be mined, and a small sneaky piece of uninsulated redstone, our remaining skill force is down to 0. But fret not. Thanks to my masterfully planned Nitwich recovery program, we have the second best thing. Sure, they foot might poison you. Their diamond tools may be a bit shoddy, and the librarians are literally illiterate. But what do you expect from green people? At least they're green. They should still be a pretty good source of XP, right? Wait, what do you mean they no longer give you XP?
Let's go enchanting! Ah, dang it. 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 Ah, dang it.
I'm gonna have to be real for a second. Enchanting tools in Minecraft sucks. Its gameplay is you grind, you try to get an enchant, you don't get an enchant, you grind the item, you go, you grind XP, you try to enchant, you don't get the item, or you have to place down a lectern 1 billion times. So, this season, I am going to fix it! This season, we will have enchanting trims, a mod that I got the idea from Ash and have made myself. Let's say that you want to get a certain enchant, for example, looting. When you look at the achievement tab in the game, you'll see that there is a new tab called Seva Enchanting Trims. Then you enter the tab and then you look at what you need to do to get that trim. For example, for looting, you will need to break spawners. So you go around, you start searching for spawners, structures with spawners, and you start breaking them. One of them will drop you the looting trim. Now that you have the trim, you can either use it, a book, and that trim's material to get a level 3 looting book, or you can duplicate that trim with it, 7 diamonds, and its material. Their materials become tougher to get as the enchantment gets better. We also have new enchantments. With these new enchantments you can Get big, get small, walk over the wall, or die from the smallest fall. Get heavy, get light, all heavy buffs smite, protections, nerfs will have to fight. Get unlucky, get flat, more affinity for your hat, butcher will make your farm animals fat. Get colder than lava, get hotter than the sun, have the power of Zeus, your reign has begun. Torture elemental enemies, or be humanity's enemy, these new enchants are just a bomb, unlike that creeper I just disarmed.
I love wheat. I love wheat. I love literally breaking wheat with my fists. But what if I could break even more wheat? In Season 6, when using a better hoe, you can till better. You can harvest at least 9 times better. Guaranteed. Call now, and you will also get XP when breaking crops using a hoe. Call 23-85120 to get your new hoe to that. That is 23-85120 for your new hoe today.
Hello. I want to talk to you about the new crafting changes in Season 6. Our Supreme Leaders have decided that amethyst farms are cringe. So this season, you can also blast soul sand to get tinted glass. They have also decided that tuff and calcite being not renewable will reduce efficiency. So we once again will have crafting recipe for tuff and calcite, and use these calcite to craft concrete with higher yields. We also made it so you can craft powered rails with copper again. Fire charges now require you to use strictly coal to craft them? And flight rockets now require fire charges to craft them? Have you gone insane?
Life's too stressful? Is everything coming down on you? Does the entity not leave you alone? Then come over to the beautiful Seva Season 6 seed. Powered by the amazing Terralith data pack and hours of seed hunting by Polaraz, you will spawn in our beautiful empty fields with a cherry blossom right by you. Go northeast to have a peaceful stroll in the beautiful forests. Go north and take a cold swim in our incredible oceans. Go west to have a farm afternoon in the savannas. Or go south to take a hike in the breathtaking shrublands. Want to go for an adventure? Find repurposed structures in biomes they don't belong in. Or even discover the magical nullscape, and Seva Season 6 has it all.
I am speed.
Make nether portals in a shape. Turn blocks to mini blocks in the stone cutter. Use bundles as quivers. Copper great stone to stop bubble columns. Freeze crop growth of ice. Put pets into wander mode of shift right click. Name a baby mod to stop it from growing. Use a comparator to check if someone is looking at a creeping heart. Phantoms will now only spawn in high altitudes. Entities now each have one elytra per player. Edit armor stance however you like. Trigger thunderstorms by throwing channeling tridents up to world height. Create deep slate under y=0.
Now, the modpack that I will link in the future is for the server, and you don't really have to install it. You can even enter the server with a vanilla client if you want, but you might want to install these mods for some additional features. First off, we have voice chat. This mod not only allows you to talk with other players from within the game with proximity voice chat, it also enables you to have the custom music discs enabled. Get big, get small, walk over the wall, or dive from the smallest fall, get. If you ever wanted your elytras to look a little bit better, with the Elytra Trims mod you can apply trims to your elytras. And to people who actually have the mod, they will actually look different. If I turn off my cape, you can actually see the actual elytra. And as you can see, this elytra now has the silence trim with the diamond material. After that, we have the armor editor mod. Now, normally, editing armor stands is a pretty hard thing to do, but with this mod, when you place down an armor stand, you can shift right click it to open this menu, which will allow you to increase its scale, remove its base plate, make it small, make its name visible, show its arms, and even like position the arms pretty easily. And you can even copy and paste it onto other armor stands. Now, to finish it off, we have Item Swapper, which is a more advanced mod. What this mod basically does is that if you have an item in your hand, at any time you can press R to open this menu, which will allow you to switch over the similar items from your inventory. For example, I have the oak planks, and I can go to oak slabs, which I had in my inventory. I can place some down, I want some stairs. And then I want some full blocks. If you need any help with any of these mods, you can always ask me. But also, if you don't want to install any of them, except for, the voice chat mod, you can also just enter the server vanilla. So, that's the extent of the features that we will have at the start of Season 6. But the best part of a server-side modpack is that I can add more stuff into the game without even you guys realizing or having to update. One thing that we wanted to add, but sadly didn't have the time to, was the fishing and food update. Which is what I'll be spending my time on post the server being up. Now we have to come to the harder part of this conversation. A lot of people think that the servers do need to go on for longer. And actually, I don't kinda agree. But to have a long season, we do need to be able to afford the server costs. And I really don't want to do that alone. This season, I will do something to give something back to the people that will help us keep Season 6 up for longer. Right now, the only food item we have planned is fried eggs and chicken sandwiches. We want you to decide on the new items. For each $5 that you donate to the server, I will let you give us an idea for a food item, how it's obtained, and what it does, and we will try to add it in such a way that we deem is balanced. For the same price, you can also suggest us to add a fish. In the future, we're also planning to maybe add some custom weapons as well, but those take like a lot of effort. So if you give us something like, I don't know, like $20, we will try to make a weapon in your vision as well. If you do want to donate, the best way to do so is through Shockbyte gift cards, since Shockbyte is clearly the best way to crowdfund the server. And if you don't have the money, please don't feel bad. Even just playing on the server will help keep it alive. But yeah, that's Season 6. I can't wait to show you guys what I've done. I can't wait for it to play on it. And see you at Season 6. Bye! Man, I'm so exhausted. I can't wait for the next season to begin. It's really funny that you think that adding those little features is gonna be enough. You know they're gonna go through the milestones in a day. What happens after that? I have plans.